The global uncertainties as the result of the rising geopolitical tensions and global economic slowdown could hurt Indonesia's economy, which has continued to show resilience at least until the second half of this year.
Several international institutions estimate the global economic growth will remain weaker both for 2024 and 2025. In its latest Global Economic Prospect report, the World Bank predicts the global economy will remain weak at 2.6% in 2024, before moving up to an average of 2.7% from 2025 to 2026. Meanwhile, in its latest Outlook update, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, estimates modest growth in the global economy over the next 2 years amid cooling activity in the US. IMF kept its 2024 global gross domestic product growth forecast unchanged from April at 3.2%. However, the Indonesian economy is still on a solid track and shows resilience with economic growth in the second quarter of 2024 of 5.05% year-on-year. The country's economic growth rate is also higher than in other countries such as China 4.7%, Singapore 2.9%, South Korea 2.3%, and Mexico 2.24%. Specifically for Indonesia, the WB and IMF estimate the economic growth can reach the range of between 5.1 and 5.2% this year, which indicates that the country's economy is resilient for the rising risk. Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs Erlangga Hartarto said in a press briefing on Indonesia's growth in second quarter in his office on August the 5th. However, increasing global uncertainty due to the worsening conflict between Israel and Palestine and between Russia and Ukraine could have a negative impact on the Indonesian economy. Bank Indonesia Governor Peri Warjio and Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati are on the same opinion that the global economic condition would still be clouded by uncertainty until 2025. The uncertain global economic conditions will have an impact on the Indonesian economy this year and also in the years to come, Peri said during a press conference following the central bank's Board of Governors meeting on July 17. Peri said that the weakening economic growth of developed countries and the strong US dollar would be the main challenges for the Indonesian economy. He estimates that the global economic growth next year will not be just stagnant, but it tends to weaken. The United States economy will only grow 2.5% in 2024 and decline to 1.9% in 2025. The Chinese economic growth will also slow to 4.7% this year and 4.1% in 2025. Meanwhile, Sri Mulyani also said recently that there would be 6 major challenges that the world must face now and in the coming years, namely the rising risk of geopolitical tensions, the volatility of financial markets amid the global economic slowdown. The rising risk of geopolitical tension could also hamper exports not only from Indonesia but also from other countries, said Sri Mulyani. With the rise in inflation rates, developed countries will further maintain their high interest rate, which will not only result in weaker economic growth but also bring more pressure on currencies of developing countries such as the Indonesian rupiah.
Now, the escalation of geopolitical tensions due to prolonged wars in Middle East and Eastern Europe further adds to the uncertainties of the global economy as well as the economy here in Indonesia. Joining us today, we have Bapak Tauhid Ahmad, a senior researcher at INDEF, to discuss the potential impact of the global uncertainties on Indonesia's economy. Welcome, Pak Tauhid, to Economic Outlook. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Pak Tauhid, based on the statistics at the moment, Indonesia's economic growth have reached 5.05% in the second quarter, despite a weak outlook at the global economy. Tell us, what is the prospect for our economy for the rest of the year, considering that the global uncertainty doesn't seem to be improving for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think our economy keep stable at 5% until this year because our economic depend on domestically rather than the international. Even our international trade now around 19 to 20% of our GDP. So, if the geopolitical tension raise to our economy, I think more or less not 1 or 5%. I think maximum 1 until 5%. So, if the geopolitical tension tend to us from a lot of issue like Middle East, like Russia, Ukraine, or what happened with China and US, I think hit around 1 and 5% to our economy. So we stable at 5% until now. Even in the third quarter of this year, our consume on our GDP more slowly rather than before because there is no momentum for our economic growth for this quarter.
So overall, President Jokowi has actually been doing a good job in maintaining our economic growth.
Yeah, because
this year.
because to our economy keep stable, Jokowi have program like subsidies for the for oil price, subsidy for the poor people and for the energy. That's why our economy keeps stable. And then I think for the investment, President Jokowi keep stable on investment growth. I think this year around 1 and 400 trillion rupiah will achieve to this year.
All right, so domestically we are remaining strong in our
Yes.
economy. Now, the escalation in geopolitical tension due to the wars in Middle East as well as Eastern Europe has further worsened the global economy, So do you think the Indonesian economy is actually strong enough to withstand all these challenges?
Yeah. I think our economy keep strong. Yeah, even the geopolitics in Middle East will attack us. Yeah, by increasing our oil price. That's the first step, and then increasing our subsidies. Yeah, that's maybe take a lot of money to make our price keep stable. Because more than 6% or 7% of our oil volume caused by the subsidy of the government, and then if the geopolitics rise and to our economy, we have production. Yeah, even our oil volume domestic around 1.5 million tons per day. So half from our oil is more from import, and the rest are from the domestic. So if the price of oil increasing, so we can support by the subsidies.
Well, so far we have maintained strong domestically, but supposing the conflict in the Middle East break into a large-scale war, what sectors in Indonesia can be hurt? Of course, it will hurt like our foreign direct investment or supposing rupiah. Explain to us more.
Yeah, I think it's influence to a lot of sector. Yeah, because around a lot of sector on our can depend on oil. Yeah, from the production to transport, also to a lot of engines. So mostly from the oil. Yeah. So if most sector using this oil is industry, I think the first attack to this industry, like now we have problem with the textile industry, also apparel, and also to the I think like health industry also one of a problem. if the last one is, I think, the problem with the transportation industry, because
Transportation
yes,
industry.
because if the price of oil rise, and then government have to adjust the price of the transportation rate, so the problem is the also to the transportation is that in the industry. So maybe if the but we have chance, yeah, to electrical vehicle, if the rising of the oil is, we can stop for this year or until next year.
So a big, a big, a big chance is in the EV growth in
Yes,
Indonesia.
yes.
All right. So supposing that the exports decline due to the rising global uncertainties, what industrial sectors should we focus on to maintain our economic growth at 5% for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think we keep maintain, yeah, our export based on the natural resources, yeah. Like palm oil also, and then the nickel, and also a lot of natural resources. But I think but after that, yeah, we have to enhance our export in industrial product like electronic also, and then to automotive sector, like we have a market on the automotive for the certain target on Asia, like Philippines, Thailand, and also to the Bangladesh, to the automotive sector. So I think that's the way if the condition getting worse in the this years.
Yeah, we need to diversify
Yes,
on other
yes,
strengths
other
that we could
strengths.
focus on. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, President Joko Widodo has highlighted his economic achievements on his national address on Friday. In your opinion, Pak Tauhid, what has been President Jokowi's most notable achievements?
Yeah, I think the first one is infrastructure. Yeah.
Infrastructure.
Because we have infrastructure in outside of Java, like Sumatra, Kalimantan.
That is his
also.
dream, right?
Yes,
To connect the
yes,
whole
yes,
archipelago.
yes. Because I think infrastructure is the key success if we have to maintain our economic growth. Yeah. Java have 60% on our economy. So but the population also around 60%. So if
It's all in
we
Java.
yeah, in Java, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we want to alert our economic, yeah, in outside of Java, the first key infrastructure. I think that's the point that maybe people will remind of this success.
And we have also seen a big growth in the EV industry. As you have
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
before.
yes, yes. Like in the Sulawesi, also in Papua, yeah, the economic growth, yeah, around around maybe at least 10%, yeah, this quarter, because they have a lot of mining industry to support the EV industry, yeah. They have nickel, and also they have a lot of support to this industry. Even we have only produced like ferronickel or nickel matte, but it's the good started.
It's a good start. Above 10%, did you
Yes,
say?
yes,
Growth
more
in
more than
Sulawesi.
10%. Yeah, more than
More
10%
than
on
10%.
average. Yeah.
All right. Now, we'll be having a transition soon from President Joko Widodo to President Prabowo Subianto in October later. What are the main challenges that President
Yeah,
Prabowo
yeah.
Subianto will face in terms of economy?
Yeah, I think in the global, yeah, in the global, the new president have facing like the monetary situation, that the rate of the rate is still high, you know, because if the rate still high, so for the credit, for the saving, also for the investment, it's very very costly. So if the U.S. Fed fund rate is still high, so it's impact to our economy. So that's why maybe the first challenge, how to reduce, yeah, our central bank rate, yeah, more slowly rather than before. Maybe 25 base point or maybe 50. That's a good choice. Yeah, that's the first challenge. The second one is, I think, about the consumption. That our economic based on the consumption around 58%. So how to move to the investment, also to the export to import. So I think if we depend on consumption, our economic growth only 5%. But the new president have already announced that the economic growth, until new president finish at around 6 until 7%. 6 until 7%.
And this is quite
That's
a big
why,
number.
this is a big number. So you have to new strategy how to move our economic from the consumption to investment or to export and import. The big challenge there. The third one is we have limitation of our fiscal. We have 2025 our fiscal deficit around 2.5%. So our limitation only 3%. So I think we don't have money to support our goal until 6 until 7%. That's I think a big challenge. So and then the new president also have a new program like freelance freelance also, and also continue the infrastructure and another program.
It's a lot of homeworks for the
Yes.
new president to
Yes.
be. The first 100 days of the new president is always under the eye of the whole public, of the whole Indonesian. What do you think should he focus on then for the first 100 days in the office?
I think, like normally, in 100, because there is a new program and new leadership. So I think it's consolidation of their organizations.
Because people will be expecting
Yes.
major changes.
Yes, major changes.
From all of your promises,
Yes.
including the free lunch, of course.
Yes, of course. Yes, I think consolidation of the institution. That's the first step. Second step, I think how to make engagement with the investor. We have program in 5 years, so investor will come to us with this program. So I think that's very easily rather than another program. And the third one, how to make fiscal consolidation, because you know that our national budget very limited. So if you want to push the program, you have to arrange the organization, arrange the number of our budget. So that's why the fiscal support only limited. So we combine with another investor.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much for your insights, Pak
Thank you.
Tauhid Ahmad, the Executive Director at INDEF, and we'll be having you again next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.